Ladies and gentlemen, we are now gathered to induct the newest members of the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. As a matter of fact, it's the newest wrestling company here in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. And ladies and gentlemen, let's just say they've been born to wrestle. But before I formally induct this company, and somebody threw the cat there. Hopefully, the cat did bounce onto the trampoline. Hopefully so. We know no animals were harmed here during this interview tonight. But when I think about this company, I have to start from its origins. November 16th, 2015. And you think about November 16th, 2015, where were we in the world? And I can tell you where I was. I was here in New York City, and I was handing out flyers for a Thai food restaurant. Yes, I was delivering newspapers and handing out flyers for a Thai food restaurant. And here we are. And I never would have thought that I'd be speaking with a company in Roseburg, Oregon, in God's country. But that's where the origins are of BTW. And BTW has put out time and time again some of the very best wrestlers in the most professional way possible. When I think about BTW and I think about the names that have graced this company, I have to start for some names that, well, we haven't seen in quite a while. How about Tay? Yeah, not Tay-Tay, as Travis Kelce would refer to Taylor Swift. Definitely not going to go there. How about Jacob Wayne? That's definitely a name you haven't heard in a while. That's definitely a name I'm sure most people are like, boy, what about that? What about Troy Stevens? Yeah, that's definitely a name going way back in the time machine. And there was just a slew of greats that have graced the BTW ring. And who could never forget those wars? RJS and BES in a 1-hour Iron Man match. Who could forget Jack Delta and Swift? 7,800 plus views. Saw that face-to-face. Jack Delta finally arrives to BTW, and it was one for the ages. People are still talking about that to this day, 2021. But there were setbacks along the way when it comes to BTW. A page that had 4,000 plus subscribers on its YouTube channel was, for whatever reason, shut down in 2019. Now, most companies would have said, you know what? I'm going to quit. I'm going to give up. And I'm just going to figure, you know what? I'll find something else to do. Maybe I'll go in the rainforest. Maybe I'll work for Nike. Is Nike still in Oregon these days? Or are they making all their shoes in Indonesia somewhere for cheap? Oh, I won't get into that for another time. But BTW decided the only thing that they know how to do, because they're, after all, born to wrestle, was to start over. And boy, did they start over. Less than a year later, 1,000 subscribers. April 22nd, 2021. It seemed as if BTW was going to once again head for the exits, call it quits. After November to Remember later that year, but they're born to wrestle. BTW can't stop. They're born to wrestle. And boy, did they keep going. And they added some big names along the way. How about some guy, Derek the Destroyer? Boy, in some ways, Derek the Destroyer was doing what I'm doing today. He had a podcast, and he interviewed yarder after yarder, underground wrestler after underground wrestler, and he was the man once upon a time in BTW. And how about that BTW talk show, by the way? All those shows, and boy, we knew RTG was definitely born to talk. I mean, go watch the old tapes. Go watch some of those episodes, and we could certainly see why RTG is a 3-time Hall of Famer. I mean, we didn't even mention BTW Mania, how it started it all on the YouTube channel, and BTW Mania 4, BTW Mania 5. But also along the way, we've seen wrestlers grow up. RJS. And how about, by the way, 39,000 views on the YouTube. And I'm not going to remind you of cutting your hair, RJS, but 39,000 views for that haircut. Boy, I hopefully I can keep my hair and I won't have to do those same tactics to try to get viewers. No, I'm only kidding, but 39,000 viewers. But there's a long list of videos, short 10,000, 18,000, 22,000. Why? Because BTW, it's been there right before in front of our very eyes. They're born to wrestle. They've been born to wrestle. Jacob Frost has been a huge thing in BTW, television champion, and
I
something
think this
Comatose knows about that. RJS, I'm not even going to ask Swift about that tonight. I'm not even going to talk to him the last 2 years about Jacob Frost. But then again, Swift did get the last laugh. So really, I don't even have to say anything further about that. But other names along the way. How about Blackout? He certainly blacks out everybody. RJS, don't you worry. I'm not going to bring up the record tonight. It's a special night tonight. How about a list of everybody else recently? The BCF3, and we've just seen people come and go. But BTW is born to wrestle. BTW, 1.55 million views. You know, there's been companies here on this platform that we said were the best. We said this, we said that about them. But really, the company that's right there, been in front of us for all these years, has been BTW. But the reason that we're here tonight is because of one man, and that's Comatose. Because Comatose used to watch Sportswire shows, and he would watch some of the shoots and, some of the things that you might have seen on a Rhino Facebook page. We'll kind of go back to that, but I'm not going to go there because I'll certainly say a few things to Rhino later on, and I'll get his attention, I have no doubt. But if it wasn't for Comatose, we wouldn't be talking about BTW. We wouldn't be talking about BTW every week and hearing RTG talk about why he'll always remain in the ring and win championship after championship, and he'll never lose. And, that will be to the detriment, I'm sure, of Comatose and RJS. But because of Comatose, we owe a debt of gratitude because BTW has become a staple, and an important staple when we think about the fabric of the backyard and the underground wrestling circuit, especially these last few months. It's obviously been some difficult times, difficult things, but BTW plays an important role and filled a void. A void, why, ladies and gentlemen? Because of their professionalism. I always say it all the time, and RTG, I know, will correct me, and I'll be happy to be corrected in a few minutes about this, but I've always equated BTW. Go look at the photos on Instagram. Go look at the stories. Go look at what they do in the ring. Go look at how they conduct themselves. BTW is the New York Yankees of the backyard wrestling circuit. Yes, I know the Dodgers beat them, but the Yankees have still won more World Series. And I'm not a Yankees fan, I'm just pointing out the obvious. But BTW has always been professional, just like the Yankees. Yankee players don't talk too much. They all look the same. They look like they could be on Wall Street or look at Silicon Valley for you West Coast guys. And that's to me what BTW is. BTW may not have the fancy Muhammad Ali-like talkers that you see on this platform. Though Comatose definitely hold his own. But the facts are, is BTW, they don't have to do any of that. They're just simply born to wrestle. And that's why BTW has had one chapter that they've closed here over these past few years. But mark my words, in 2025, their next chapter, it'll be just say greatness. They call themselves now Born to Wrestle. I'll tell you what, it'll be Dare to be Great. Commitment to excellence. Commitment to excellence was a famous football slogan, and that's what BTW has done. And I think about BTW, and I think about their roles in our community and what they've done inside the ring and outside the ring. That's the definition of a Hall of Famer. Now, I'm going to get to the ceremony, and I'm going to get to the guys, and they're going to want to talk. Well, Swift probably doesn't have to talk. I mean, he's Swift. But what I will say is before we obviously induct this company, and I think it's fitting also that we induct BTW tonight because here we are. We're about to close 2024. BTW is about to close their own chapter, and this is kind of, in a way, the last official segment on Sportswire Radio this year. Yes, I said it was with Rad Dad, but this is kind of the last official segment of any sorts of in the current events in 2024. And BTW has been maybe the most important backyard company that has come on here over the past 4-5 months. And I think that that's why things kind of happen poetically. And I think that that's why you always, as they say, save the best for last. BTW right now is maybe the very best in the backyard wrestling circuit. And that's why they've earned their place into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. And I'm always reminded by two things. Number one, as Hillbilly Tilly, who's in my chat right now with us, always says, true yarders do it for their blood, sweat, and tears and the love of this sport. RJS has been doing this, well, since he was a baby practically. BES, same thing. Well, RTG's just been doing it. And to quote LL Cool J, I ain't going to say he's doing it and doing it well, but he's definitely been doing it and doing it. Comatose, pretty much same thing. Although I do think I have to say, Comatose shaved for this one. I think he shaved for it. But I think about a slew of all the people that have graced BTW from this platform over the past few months. And I always think about that for the love of this sport is what BTW has done it for. And also, my slogan has always been, endorsements are earned, they're not given. BTW went into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame, and they earned it. They earned it. They weren't given this one because of view counts. They weren't given this because they knew the right people. They went out there and worked, and they got my attention. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, BTW will go into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame in a matter of a few minutes. But I could go on and on and on about BTW, and I will. I promise you I will. And I think RJS's cat is going to certainly want us to go on and on and on about BTW. But it is now time for me. Now, some of you have gotten this introduction before. I mean, Comatose and RTG have gone into the Hall of Fame, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to give you guys that Hall of Fame-like introduction because it's 2024, and I got to put it all out there on the line. I mean, right? I mean, I have to. I mean, at this point, I got Swift here, and I don't want to turn into Jacob Frost after what Swift's done to him, and Jack Delta found that out, but it is now time to give you guys that Hall of Fame-like introduction. I want to formally congratulate BTW from God's country in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon, into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame, the last inductees of the calendar year 2024. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let me give them that introduction, because after all, we are in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that certainly Comatose, RJS, Swift, RTG, and everybody else in BTW has most certainly helped build to get to 1,300 and nearly 60 subscribers. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to officially induct BTW into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. Let's now give them that introduction. So, with that, wait for it. Further ado, here on the Sports Report. Number one.
Okay, good.
Sports Show, the newest wrestling company, into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame from God's country in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon. BTW. Fellas, congratulations. You're the newest company into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. Are we all stunned? Are we stunned? Usually somebody says, oh, this was great, Tom. Or somebody will say, Tom, I knew I should have got in already. But maybe you guys are just speechless. Because, RTG is a 3-time Hall of Famer. And he's probably waiting to say a 20-minute speech.
Get ready for it.
RTG, you're on mute. This will be one.
RTG. That's a phone.
Well, does somebody want to talk before RTG figures things out? So, congratulations to everybody. I see Comatose. Comatose, this is your second time here in the Hall of Fame. You're an interpromotional champion. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, and I highly, highly, highly appreciate the gratitude and the platform that you have given this company, because these boys absolutely deserve it. They work their ass off days in and days out, including RTG, even though his is more of just working out his mouth and his vocal cords than it is actually doing anything.
Hey, Comatose. What about this title right here, baby? Huh? I worked my ass off that, didn't you?
You did work your ass off for that, and you did phenomenal this season. This is the best season I've ever seen you perform in complete.
Wait, what's this over here? Oh, this is the tag team championship, huh, Mikey
Yeah,
D?
that's the
You
one.
lost that to me too, didn't you?
We don't talk about that
Hey,
one.
by the way, Mikey, I think everybody wants a Big Mac. Can you get out and get those for us, huh, Mickey?
I can't even hear you guys.
Boy, 2024, we really want it to end, I think, at this point. It really
Maybe
hasn't
it's
been
just that beat.
I have to be honest. Like I've been hearing people, people usually are like, it was a great year, I'm going to be sad. I got to be honest, like this year, I can't wait for it to end. This was not like, in the world, it wasn't great. It was just, I don't know. But Mikey, you're there with us now.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good to see you, Mikey. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You want to say anything to the audience? Anything, what it means? Anything you'd like to share? Or hope to see you back in BTW next season.
I mean, like I said, I hope so too. If RTG allows me, like I said in the chat before, like I said, we're not coming alone if he allows me to come back with my crew.
Well, that's a fair point. Fair play. You always want to come together. Obviously. Those.
I'll say this. Remember the BCF rules match at November to Remember was for you guys to come back if you put on a good show, and you guys put on a hell of a match. So we're bringing you back.
Well, that's good.
I'll make it official.
But I might have a surprise.
I want you to put your stand up right next to the ring. All right. That way, if I get hungry, I can just go out there, come out of the ring, grab a Big Mac, chow it down, get back in, beat up Comatose or Swift or RJS, BES, whichever one, and keep a lot of Dr. Pepper. Keep that on tap.
So I noticed, RTG, you like your Big Macs with a Dr. Pepper on the side, not a Diet Coke, not a Diet Coke.
Because he's fat.
I don't like Diet Coke. If they had Coke Zero, I'd be set up.
I'm going to say more of a neutral term. He's just slightly large.
I don't know about all that, but okay.
I like the large meal. And I do have one thing that nit to pick with you there. Unfortunately, maybe I should wait in case he does pop in, but I'll say it now. Screw it, Tom. I know it's kind of hard to, get what I'm trying to say in the chat, but when I'm saying Aaron, not Aaron, Aaron, like the bit off of Key and Peele, and it was Blase, not Blaze. Blase.
Because, I'm sure I definitely know somebody. I know Aron's. It's a common Jewish name in Brooklyn. So, I don't, maybe Aron's, we'd love to see Aron's here. if that's what you'd like, but that would be nice.
No, it's Aaron Blase. And I hope he puts on better matches than he puts on interviews. I'll tell you that. They're kind of blasé.
You know what? Well, I'm sure we'll figure out what Aaron wants to do in the future. But, congratulations, guys. And you guys definitely deserve it. And I think it's very poetic. That's the last, 2024 official segment on Sports. I'll be here tomorrow for New Year's Eve, but I'm not really talking anything. People just want to say hello, give their resolutions. We can all talk about that, have some fun, but it's good to have you guys here, and you guys have definitely earned it. And, I really do think it's poetic. You guys are born to wrestle, because those days, November 16, 2015, and you have the channel, and you lose it. Was there ever a time for RJS and URTG that there was some doubts in even continuing this after losing the YouTube channel?
It was hard to start. When I decided I wanted to, though, it was all on from there.
I think the toughest time over was after we lost the first channel, and then when Ryan RJS was in training and they wanted him to stop wrestling. That's when we had the whole goodbye thing and stuff, and then we were going to end it, but then we brought it back because we were born to wrestle.
And I think that that's poetic, and I'll put the YouTube link up. I'll put the certificate up in a second. I do see people here in the chat. We'll certainly get to people here in a few minutes. But I mean, so being in the Hall of Fame, what does that do for you guys going forward? Will it be something that fuels you guys for what's next? Because I think it's kind of poetic, because I really do believe, and again, I don't know anything. I don't know what the future is and what as a company you guys will do, but I really do believe like this season you're closing a chapter and now you're going to go into another chapter. I mean, so what will this do for you guys to motivate you into what's next?
Well, I think this season's gonna be well. Like, we're gonna transition in the ring well. Everything is gonna be done well, and going forward, it really means a lot to be put.
I'm listening. Okay, well, I mean,
I think bringing in the ring is going to be a big, especially for me, it's going to be a big change because, having never wrestled in a ring, a lot of these people have wrestled in a ring before. Obviously, RJS has training. Swift did a little bit of training in a ring. BS did a little bit of training. I'm not positive on all the guys who are coming. One other guy that's coming, I don't know if Ryan wants his name said or not, but you said it earlier in your introduction. He's had training in the ring. Can I say it, Ryan?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Jacob, I want to be Batman, Ezekiel, Triple H.
I know the name.
On and on and on and on and on. Wayne will be coming back to BTW this season. He's had training.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Let's forget about that in a minute. But for you guys that haven't been in the ring, it's got to be an exciting thing. I mean, you guys have done so much on the trampoline. I mean, you guys, I say it all the time. I mean, you guys are better than some guys I've seen in a ring. And yet now you guys are going to go into a ring. And what does that add for you guys?
It adds a much needed mark on my resume that is going to solidify myself as the wrestler that I portray myself to be, for sure. Because of course we have that audience out there that like the controversial argument, might I add, of in ring versus the trampoline and the yard talent. Which by the way, if I could just say this live on air, that is a very stupid.
You can say anything you want. You can say anything you want.
Stupid argument. Anyone that is willing to put their body on the line just for the simplicity of entertaining fans and making a name for themselves and just for the pure love of the sport should be respected no matter what is under their feet. So that is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous argument. But it is definitely going to add something to all of our resumes, I would say, for sure. And as will this Hall of Fame introduction, because your platform is growing rapidly. It is gaining a rapid audience that is much needed to a lot of people in the art. And
I appreciate that, actually. If I could for a second, it's actually so rapid that there's some chatter that some guy you probably heard of named Rhino, right? This guy Rhino, who was the last real ECW world champion. Yeah, I know there was like 17 different ECW reboots, but he was the last ECW world champion. He was officially the first SmackDown tag team champion. He was number 10 in the PWI 500 back in 2001. He was in the top 40 one other year. He was a TNA world champion. As a matter of fact, speaking of Hall of Fame, he was just inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. And there's been a huge chatter all of a sudden in the last, 4 hours about Rhino coming to Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. And not only coming to that, but also coming on to Sportswire Radio. I mean, so Rhino, if you're out here, you're this guy that's done all these different things. And I saw on Facebook all these different podcasters were lining up and they were saying, yeah, come on to my show. I didn't personally reach out. One wrestler, Andrew Lovelace, tagged my account in my name and said, yeah, Rhino. After that, I was the only one. My post on Facebook has 38 likes. I got 3 different people that have shared it, got countless likes. In fact, it's gotten so much attention that one guy who we're not even going to name him, not even going to name what the guy did. He did some very bad things, and we're not going to go there, tried to almost poo-pah what's done here and what's from this community. So, Rhino, if you're out there listening to this, and I know you are, because I know obviously your handlers are looking for, let's just say, another place to come to a podcast in 2025. My message for you, Rhino, you're already a TNA Hall of Famer. You're already an ECW World Champion, the last one, TNA Impact Wrestling World Champion. You were the first SmackDown Tag Team Champion. Come to a platform, the only platform in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all wrestling matters, the only platform that lives gets, 300-400 different messages in the chat, the only platform that generates 20, 30, different 40 people on YouTube live at a given time, and it'll be the only platform, I guarantee you, that you'll be talking to some of your fellow wrestlers. I guarantee you it'll be the only platform where you'll be talking to people who actually followed your career, and you'll be talking to a guy that did watch you way back in the real ECW and who stayed up at 1 o'clock in the morning on MSG Network and stayed up on the Nashville Network when ECW was on and remembers you when you win and you ran and won that ECW World Heavyweight Championship. I know this is about you guys, but all I'm going to say is, Rhino, you know where to find me. I'm at Sportswire Radio. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. Your voice, figuratively and literally, where all wrestling matters. Can't wait to see you here in prime time. So you can take it away, fellas. But, okay, well, obviously, I'll have a surprise for you guys in a few minutes. But let me put the certificate up. Let me put this, because I see here this is a different show than other one. So let me congratulate you guys. Obviously, there you go. That's the certificate here. On December 30th, 2024, you've been officially inducted into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. And I'll give this to you guys when we're off the air. And congratulations. I want to thank you guys very much. For your hard work, for your support. You guys are definitely born to wrestle. I'm going to put your YouTube channel up here in a second. And congratulations, guys.
I appreciate it very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You got it. You got it. You know what? We will get to the chat in a minute. I think I want to get to that because I have a couple of surprises for you guys. So maybe I'm going to get to the surprises right away. But before I do anything, let me plug BTW's YouTube channel because I do want to plug BTW. If you're out here for the first time, you're seeing BTW, trust me, you'll want to go out and find out what these guys have to offer. They don't need to back it up here on Sportswire. They just go out there and do it in the ring. They literally just go out there and do it in the ring. So I definitely am looking forward to what these guys have to offer. The best is most certainly yet to come, and that's BTW's YouTube channel. Do me a favor. Go hit a sub button for them. Okay, I'm going to get to my surprise in a few minutes, but let's get to some people in the chat because I know this was a late start. Zilla, who has been your super fan. I mean, Zilla is your number one. Zilla wouldn't miss this for the world. She was waiting patiently. Thank you, Zilla, for your support. I want to say hello to my buddy, Mr. Darkron. Mr. Darkron, who shared my post about Rhino, by the way. Thank you, Mr. Kron, for doing that. Mr. Kron is trying to get to 1,000 subs. I got to go out there and plug his YouTube channel because he's like 21 or 22 subscribers away. And I would really appreciate if you hit the sub button for him. So go out there and do that. I put it in the chat. His YouTube link is right here. There you go. Here it is. Hit the sub button for him. He's actually the man that hosted Summer Bash, the very, very influential show that I think certainly changed the game here for us here on Sportswire Radio. Thank you, Mr. Cron. He's getting ready to return in REW. My buddy, Mr. Nathaniel Rage, the one and only Nathaniel Rage of TPW and House of Rage Productions. He's out there. If you'd like to follow him, you're going to see a lot more of him in 25 on Sportswire. That's his page on YouTube. Check him out. He's got a promo about his brother. He's going to wrestle very soon, a Rage versus Rage battle. And I don't think they're both coming out to Rage against the Machine. So go out there and support Nathaniel Rage. He's the House of Rage. And we'll take this off the screen. Who else we got in the chat? Thank you for that. Thank you, JRD. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you for your support, and we will see you on Sportswire in 25. And happy New Year to everybody in the UK, because they're about to hit the new year before we do. So thank you so much for your support. Want to say hello to my friend, Mr. Nicholas Crenson, who certainly he did something to a BYW or Thomas McEntee yesterday, and he certainly did a few things to him. But the RCW champion says hello. He's from the great state of Wisconsin. How you doing, Nicholas? Good to see you soon, Nicholas. We'll probably see you on Sportswire very soon. Who else we got in the chat? So that's okay. We'll make up for it here in a few minutes. Don't you worry. You guys may be quiet now, but I got a surprise for you guys in a few minutes. So don't worry about that. We'll take care of that. I got to say hello to my buddy Barry Gutman, the hardcore gamer who just surpassed the hundreds of.
Yeah, she does.
Barry is the man. If you're a gamer and you want to talk on Barry's platform rather than mine, I can assure you it'll be a fun one. Apparently, there's a guy in some other state that doesn't like me, so you can go to Barry's show and check out his hardcore gaming. He's going to do a 24-hour stream tomorrow. So if you want to pop in, that's Barry's link. I just put it up in the channel. There he is. He's the hardcore gamer. And congratulations, my man Barry. Barry and I are going back so long. He remembers me without the mutton chops. Thank you, Barry. Hillbilly Tilly. From one Hall of Famer to another. I always quote Tilly when it comes to the Hall of Fame. Thank you, Nathaniel. Nathaniel was there. Abrahams. Is it Abraham or Abrams? Abram Storm. Abrams. I guess I finally got it right. Abram Storm is in the house. The Thunderous has arrived. And from CSW. CSW is making waves. CSW is closing in on 200 subs now. So I know Abram has been challenging you, Comatose, for a bit. But in the meantime, we're not challenging anybody right now. But if you do want to follow, check him out on YouTube. So there you go. That's his YouTube channel. Hit the sub button for him. Okay. Thank you. Yep. Thank you, BTW.
Thing just before I lose
say
it.
10 things. You can say 10.
Be the first storm that I have gone through. I'll just say that.
I will say, though, yeah.
He knows that very, very well because I ran through your company last year.
Well, I will say, Comatose, it looked like you went through a storm when you were on that logs with the lake.
So that's a very famous spot where I'm from that everyone likes to go to. They like to jump off the logs and go swimming and stuff. That's been there for years. For sure.
Oh, so it's a common thing.
It is there, but I will say if you can definitely impale yourself on those things for sure.
Well, Comatose, please don't impale yourself on there.
I won't. I just wanted to do a promo.
Thank you for that. Well, Comatose, you know what, Comatose, I got to plug, I want people to watch that video. So you know what, because I do see a lot of new people here tonight. Do me a favor, go out there, go sub to Comatose's YouTube channel. I'm putting it up here in the link right there. There you go. Here's Comatose. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like that. And here you go. There's Comatose on YouTube. And there you go. Boom, boom, boom. Zoom, 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 zoom. Who else we got here in the chat? Here we go. Yep. Thank you, Barry. Congratulations, BTW. We love Barry. Maybe I'll come on the show for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. New Year's Eve, yes. New Year's Day, I have a regular show on Wednesday. I have one with D Savage of NEW. But tomorrow, you can come on the show because I won't be doing a regular show. So I'll be here, figure 10 o'clock on tomorrow. So I'll be here for a couple hours. Anybody's welcome to pop on. Anybody's welcome.
Comes on, I've got to catch them.
Yeah, well, I think Zilla coming on will definitely generate some views. So Zilla can host on Sportswire tomorrow. How about that? The YBW champion. Now this is a guy. This guy you should think about bringing in. This guy. All I'm going to say is what this guy did yesterday in his company, don't doubt Dominic. Don't doubt him. Because what he did, I'll tell you what, This is the guy. That's the true headline. That's all I'm saying. Don't doubt Dominic. Speaking of people I never doubt, my very good buddy, Mr. Judas, the Evil Angel. Congratulations to BTW. Yes, yes, yes. All of you guys thought Aaron Blaze was going to win, but remember, I'm always 2 steps ahead, and that's why you don't doubt Dominic. This guy, maybe you should think about bringing this guy in. There's still time. Zilla mentioned to me that the Evil Angel should make an appearance in BTW. Now, he's in Ohio. Are you guys looking for new roster members coming up in 25? I mean, this guy's impressive. Some would say he ran Big Man Cam out of town. He had a face-to-face with Jack Delta. I mean, he's a big deal.
Shoot, I'd be down to face anybody in the ring. Yeah. It's all about this man, RTG, the fossil.
Oh, sounds like Dominic is trying to be like me over in YBW, talking about, 2 steps ahead. That's in reference to my playing chess to all these guys playing checkers, sounds like. And, if he wants to come on out with your boy, Ron.
Well, you know what? They're not boys, but they're from different states. But Judas will certainly be a guy that he'll definitely make some waves. Trust me on that. Hello there to Judas. Yes. We'll move on to that. Did I really screw him, or did he screw himself because the people hate him? I don't know that answer. I don't know enough about it. Yes, we can say congratulations to Gabriel James, Sportswire Hall of Famer. Swift is here. Swift doesn't have to. Swift being here. It's like Kane, like 1998. Just having him here. Just don't say anything, Swift. You're the Kane of 1998. Just sit there and just be Swift. Ask Jacob Frost and Jack Delta about that. They found out the hard way. Yeah. Do you still doubt me? I don't think so. No, I don't doubt you, the YBW champion. What else we got? Okay, let's get to. I know that they'll talk about that. Hey, Rev, I guess you were doubting yourself. Okay, what else we got? Speaking of this guy here. Apparently a figure of topic. He's the hall monitor of Sportswire Radio. Did somebody say Hall of Fame? There's a Hall of Fame. I heard it again. He's the hall monitor of Sportswire Radio.
I think you can smell when a Hall of Fame induction is coming in.
Although I gotta say that right now in his home company, not the one that he in the state he lives in. That's not a home, but the place he's now currently in. I think that he won't be traveling too far after what was done to him yesterday, because I saw what was done to him yesterday, or now today, actually. So it actually is yesterday, technically. So there you go. Hello, though, to the PWF champion, Justin Parson. We wish him a Happy New Year. Maybe sometime next year I should go to the YBW, but we got BTW tonight. This is BTW. I don't know what. See the point? What's the beep coming from? I don't even see Omen Black on the screen. I think we don't hear any beeps now. Okay, what else we got?
Sorry, guys. That's the smoke detector above me.
I'm gonna put you on mute. I'm gonna put you on mute then. I don't need you to talk at the moment anyway.
What is it with these BCF guys?
Is the Wi-Fi in California that bad? Yes, Rhino is a Hall of Famer, and he'll be here on Sportswire. You mark my words. Nicholas Crenton may want to travel, the RCW champion, doing it in the IMF. We could certainly see that as a possibility. Who else we got here link-wise? We got the battery. We fixed it. I took care of it. Thank you, Mr. Crenton. It's Abram. Sorry, yeah, he hasn't corrected me until I watched him on Instagram, and he said Abram. It's Abram Storm. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Abram. By the way, maybe you guys should sign. I did make that point. And now he does want to go to Oregon, North Carolina to Oregon. I don't know how far that is, but it's probably going to be a long drive, right?
If he drives, it's a long drive, coast to coast.
Might get lost. Maybe he can pick up Comatose. Maybe he'll pick Comatose up on the way. That would be a fun ride. But gentlemen, I know it's late, but apparently I've received word that I have a surprise for you guys, and there is a surprise. And I know it's your day, and I know we're looking forward to the future, but I have received a message that there's a surprise coming on here for you guys in BTW for next year. RTG, you're the 3-time Hall of Famer. You've run through the roster. I'm going to ask you, not anybody else, because of what you've done. This is your company. This is your night. This is your special night, RTG. This is your moment. You've done so much for us. I don't want to do anything that you don't want to do. So only if you want me to bring this surprise up. If you don't, I don't want to do anything that you don't want me to do. You're my boss, RTG. I'm not the rest of the roster. I respect you, and I want to keep working with BTW. So if you don't want me to bring up this surprise, I'll tell that surprise, go elsewhere.
Bring him on.
You sure?
Oh, yeah. Positive. Nothing surprises me.
All right. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, since this is the new year and we're about to go into 2025, and I promise you this one will be one you're going to remember for a long time, because I don't even know what I'm about to get into. I don't even know who's on my screen. It could be anybody. This could be anybody. But ladies and gentlemen, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is it Trailblazer? No. No. It's Aaron Blaze in a rain jacket? No. Aaron Blaze in a rain jacket. Let me think. It's rain season in Oregon there right now, right? So Aaron Blaze might be looking to, I don't know, maybe blaze through the rainforest down there in Oregon, and maybe he's trailblazing west. West, young man. Aaron Blaze, what brings you here tonight? What brings you here?
Or maybe he's just wearing that to cover up all the tears that are falling from his loss.
Well, I tell you what, Dominic,
this Dominic guy.
Dominic and Oliver Blade, what they did, I mean, I don't know. I mean, listen, Anthony Steele was even talking about how he got the job done. He's controversial. You're controversial. He found a way. You didn't. I mean, everybody's talking about it, but I don't want to talk about that. I'm wondering tonight for the audience, you got a rain jacket on. Is it raining where you are? Because in New York, it was raining earlier. So I'm trying to think. So tell us for the audience, Aaron Blaze, what brings you here tonight?
You know, you speak the devil's name and eventually he's going to appear.
Mm.
You know,
Well, yeah.
Lucifer himself is here tonight. And normally I just sit back. Normally I would just listen to all the hype, all the what ifs, all the everything. But you know what kind of hurts me a little bit more here? The fact that my name's now being butchered by higher ups and champions and guys that haven't done nearly half of what I've done in their prime as opposed to mine. And mine hasn't even gotten started. But I see we have so many people here, so many talented people. We have a beast that claims he's swift. We have a guy above him, which is really, really fitting, who's a champion that is named after a Skillet song. And then we have somebody over yonder whose smoke alarm keeps beeping because they can't change the battery. And then we have someone from the dinosaur age holding a bunch of belts, but simply can't get the English language right, let alone have the right idea about a guy like me. And then we have someone who, without a doubt, has the talent to be a televised star. And it's fitting because he is the television champion. Another guy I grew up watching. And then we have my favorite host for any platform, for any podcast, just hyping it all up. Because tonight is about being born to wrestle.
Born to wrestle. When you're born to wrestle.
Last night, without a shadow of a doubt, I showed the world that I was born to wrestle. And you know, a certain guy, he saw that and he made a phone call or a text message. I don't know how they, communicate. It's their business. But they got involved with each other. They screwed up a part of my business and they put Aaron Blaze on the back burner. And Tom, I'm not boiling. I am setting the whole house on fire. I am pissed. Because everybody knew that when that music hit, when I showed up, I was going to show out. I brought the old Aaron Blaze back, the guy that would bury anybody that would try to keep me dead so that they can be alive. The guy that would cut off his own friends, his own family, just to get 15 minutes of fame. I brought back the old Aaron Blaze. And I was that close, Tom. That close, Ryan. That close, Comatose. That close, RTG. That close, Mikey D. That close, Swift, to making one Swift headline for the ages. 8-time Trailblazer, and I am here pissed off that a coward is running his mouth after claiming he's cut me off. Maybe for YBW, sure, for the time being. I need to make that decision this Wednesday at Revival, not trying to plug my own stuff.
No, go ahead. We'll
No,
let you plug it.
no. That's because that's not why I'm here, Tom. Because tonight is a night about being born to wrestle.
Well, you are born to wrestle. Now, I know that. You've literally been doing this since you were
And
born.
I'm tired of being mocked and putting in 7 years of hard work and busting my ass. Well, you know what?
Have.
You want to know what? There's no more of that. There's no more of the mediocrity. There's no more of the excuses. I'm not taking over Tennessee. I'm not invading Indiana. I'm not overseeing Ohio. I'm not causing mayhem in Michigan. Now, there's nothing stopping me from overtaking Oregon.
Overtaking
Because
Oregon.
it's not a matter of if.
Not a matter of if.
It's a
Wait a
matter
minute. Wait a minute. Take that off.
of
Show that for the
when.
audience here. Wait a minute. Is that what I think it
Ladies
is?
and gentlemen,
Aaron, wait a minute.
ladies and gentlemen, here's a headline to close out 2024. Aaron Blaze is born to wrestle, and Aaron Blaze is BTW.
No, Aaron Blaze! The headline, Aaron Blaze has made his biggest headline yet. This is promotion number 20. People have been asking for weeks. They've been asking for weeks on social media. Which one is it? Company number 20. See his Instagram stories. See his Facebook stories. Everywhere I go, they ask me, Aaron Blaze, where is he going? Is he going west? Is he going further east? Is he going down south? He certainly ain't going to the Midwest. Let's say one state that starts with an I-N. He ain't going there. Nobody should go there. But the facts are, Aaron Blaze is now born to wrestle. He's figuratively and literally born to wrestle. And he's coming to God's country. He's coming to BTW. He's never been in a place that has a lineage like BTW. He's never been in a place this far. And Aaron Blaze is about to make true history because Aaron Blaze is about to travel the farthest from anybody north, going anywhere in the United States, anywhere. Sure, RJS did it this way, but what Aaron Blaze is doing is the first 2025, figuratively and literally, is the first because Aaron history by going to company number 20, joining BTW, and Aaron Blaze now becomes the farthest any backyard and underground wrestler has ever traveled to go to one company. Headline this, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. RTG, you're very quiet. You were running your mouth about me. What do you have to say now that I'm showing up to your company?
I was just letting you say your piece. I mean, I was almost bored to sleep with it.
You were bored to sleep. Well, tell you what. I'll tell you what.
Blase.
It's Aaron Blaze, Mr. RTG.
Aaron Blase, and can you shut your mouth? I'm talking now.
It's Aaron Blaze.
Okay.
No.
So
You've had your day 60 years ago,
you're gonna act like you're gonna come here. This is gonna be the biggest competition, best competition you've ever faced. You think you're gonna run wild here? You're gonna be put down like a scared little dog, boy. A scared little dog. Don't even come after either of these titles, or I will put you down and you won't even make it back to Pennsylvania. You'll be buried in my backyard.
Oh, buried, and we know that backyard. It's in God's country. It's a big piece of property. Big piece of property. And we've seen bodies.
You know, there. If you're up here in this corner,
we can test that theory, old man. We can test that theory.
Lumberjack-looking guy, not Swift, the other lumberjack-looking guy. Well, I guess he cut his lumberjack beard, but he's got this. inconsequential title. Maybe you should go after his interpromotional title.
Should you even be wrestling with all that arthritis you got in your hands? Like, don't you have a bad
Hey,
hip? Do you think
That's in the
you know
North.
what?
You have a problem.
I'm just saying, shouldn't you be in a
Tomorrow,
wheelchair
you know
watching
what?
from the sidelines
Tomorrow
instead of
I will
holding
be
two belts?
54 years old, and I
Happy
will
birthday,
beat
by the
your
way.
butt.
Happy birthday.
Tomorrow will be
Happy
the
birthday.
54th time you've almost dropped those titles.
Why didn't you tell me it was your birthday? I would have gave you a certificate. Well, come by in the stream tomorrow, and I'll give you a certificate. Come by tomorrow, and we'll give you a certificate. But Aaron Blaze, can you hang though with these guys? RJS, a man you've been watching, a man that defeated Navon McDonald, a man that has wrestled a 1-hour Ironman match. Swift doesn't even have to talk. Swift, figuratively and literally, just goes out there in the ring. Then there's guys like BES, the coolest guy in the yard. I didn't even mention Blackout. I mean, leave aside the BCF3's Wi-Fi problems. They ain't no chopped liver. And oh, by the way, how about this guy I'm looking at here, Comatose? He's only, by the way, on a mission to be the GOAT of BYW. Look at what he's done. And he, by the way, stepped away 4 years in the yard. And look at what he did. These guys, these aren't places you've been to like in Indiana where, you know, they book their friends and they put the title on somebody that can't wrestle and they go out there and they play hot potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. I'm going to book who I want and maybe see who's the bigger loser and maybe put them on TV to bury Sportswire. No, that ain't the case. It's not even Michigan where you're a big fish in a little bit of a smaller pond. Certainly not other places you've been. This is professionalism. This is professionals at its core. RJS is a Kurt Angle disciple. Swift, like I said, doesn't even have to talk. And the guy I'm looking at here right now, Comatose, first full year back in the yard. Can you imagine what he does in 25? Can you hang with these guys? Can you hang with them?
Not to mention, can I remind you when I first went out, you were 3 years old to me. 3 years old. You're a baby.
I was 3 years old, and I still have the ability to get 1, 2, 3 over you. Let's dissect who all's in here for a second. Hold on.
Why?
No.
No. Let me tell you why. Because you talk a lot. Everyone knows you talk a lot. You're the headline. My turn. Okay.
Okay, Beaver Boy, go ahead.
All right. So, Mr. Aaron Blaze, you are the headline, and you are coming to the King of the West Coast, where you were in the East, where you call yourself a headline to give yourself this motivation to get through this gauntlet that is the East, right? Jack Delta, Navon McDonald, endless names, Aaron Blaze. But now you're coming to my kingdom. You're walking to my doorstep. You're coming to a company that I dominated last year. And it was my first season. That was a warm-up. You want to say that Aaron Blaze this year is going to be 2025? Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that the warm-up is over. The beginning of the tour has really begun. 2025 is going to be my year, Aaron Blaze.
Ooh.
And I can't wait until the dream match comes. Like you like to say, the headline. Well, imagine this headline. Aaron Blaze versus Comatose. The guy who is trying to be the best, very number one in the yard, Aaron Blaze, versus the guy who is making his name for the GOAT in backyard wrestling. Let's see that headline, Aaron Blaze. Let's see you talk yourself out of that debacle.
And these guys they got the knives coming for you. They know how far you're traveling. These guys aren't like you. These guys go out there and do it in the ring. They're professionals. They're workmanlike. They're not in other places you've been in the Midwest. They're not in any other place you've been. This is company number 20. You've got the biggest bullseye on your back in your entire career. This is going to be Aaron Blaze. You've done so much for our circuit. You've done so much for our sport. We're all rooting for you to make it there safely and go out there and do what you do because you are born to wrestle. But these guys, they're here to say, you came here on their moment. This was their moment to be in history, to be in a place that they've earned, that they should have been here probably years earlier. And you came here tonight to disrupt their party and say that you're coming to them? These guys, Aaron, you got the floor.
First of all, it wasn't me disrupting. It wasn't, because this is perfect.
Oh, yeah? Good.
They have been talking and talking about wanting big names to show up in their league and prove themselves. I'm doing them a courtesy.
Oh,
Number one.
courtesy.
Number two, Comatose, you like to poke fun at me because I call myself the headline, but yet you call yourself the GOAT. Is that because you actually look like one?
Oh, that joke's too old.
I'm just
I
curious.
shaved my beard,
I'm
buddy.
just
That
curious.
joke's too old.
Because
That joke's too old. You gotta get some
isn't
new
that the
content.
pot
You
calling the
gotta get
kettle
some new
black?
content. Get the
That
pen and the paper out for the
if that
promos. You
isn't
gotta
the
get new
pot
content.
calling the kettle black, I don't know what it is. And that's saying a lot coming from me if you really think about it. But let's look at it this way. Let's look at it this way.
Touche.
You bring up big names. First of all, I've never faced Navon McDonald. Bucket list. But you bring up Delta and you bring up everything I've done on the East Coast. Guess what? I have more experience than you. Facing all those different names in all those different companies. And trust me, there's a lot that life can prepare you for. But nothing can prepare you for what would happen if Aaron Blaze and Comatose stepped in a ring. Because a lot of people thought the same way you do, the same way RTG is thinking. Swift, I don't know if you even process what thinking is. My point is, nothing can prepare you for me. Because a lot of people that are like you, all these veterans, all these older cats, they thought the same thing. That I'm just a young gun that can't fire off any shots that will stick, and they will leave me buried in the dirt. You want to know the funny thing, Comatose, after 7 years? I'm still fucking here.
That's true.
They were
That's a good point.
wrong. They were wrong. I'm only 19 years old, and I proved them wrong.
Because you're one of, if not the best in the yard. Now, we'll give you that.
Exactly. So don't think
Well, let me pull up
that magically, no. You defeat your own argument because you think that I can't hang with you.
Oh, no, I
But
know
yet
that.
you just admitted that I'm just that good. And I know for a fact I'm better. But you're not on my radar yet.
You're not. He's
Oh.
not.
Yeah, you're coming to BTW, the company
Yeah.
that I nominated last year. But I'm
He had
not on
3
your radar.
championships at one point.
No. When I say that, you're not the first match I won.
Oh, that's cool. I'm fine with that. I can be the second, first. I can be the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
Yeah,
It
you can
doesn't
be
matter.
second, third, or fourth, just like how you're rated. Second, third, fourth. Because you claim you put BTW on the map, but when people look at BTW, they don't talk about you as much as you think. You want to know who they talk about?
Well, of
RJS,
course. No, hold on.
Jake
And I'll give
Frost,
and I will
Derek
give you that. Hold
Destroyer,
on.
hell, even Jacob
Eric
Wayne.
It's a good one,
and Jacob
Wayne.
Wayne. Hold on a minute. Stop the
What I'm
press.
trying to say
Stop
is,
the press.
no,
It's the New York Times.
no.
Stop
Let
the
me
press.
talk.
The
Let me
camera
talk.
flash.
Let me
This
talk.
motherfucker just
My
said
point is
Jacob
this.
Wayne
My
and
point is
Derek
this.
Destroyer put
My
BTW
point
on the
is
map
this.
more than Comatose?
My
That's what
point
he's
is
Did he
saying,
this.
just
Coma.
say that? I thought
Coma,
you
that's
were
what
the
he's saying.
promo artist of
My point is
BYW.
this. You claim that you're number one when it comes to BTW, but at the end of the day, you're an afterthought because you're second rate to all of those guys, and you will be second rate to me.
I just had the best feud in the entire yard this year.
I had the
It
best
was a
match
feud.
this entire year.
6-star caliber matches this year, but I'm an afterthought.
You are.
2 matches that people will talk about a long time, and
You
2
are.
matches that
Not
very
even
well.
just 2. I'm like, let's talk about 3, 4, 5, because this
The
entire
RJS
season,
matches in
this
particular. Yes.
entire calendar year, I've been dominating, and that's fine. Aaron Blaze, you've been dominating the past 4 years while I've been gone.
It's one of the great Comatose. You made one of the greatest comebacks in history.
Ain't that something? How you have all these accolades, how you have all this press, how you have all this prestige, and how you have all these people just coming down on your dick like some goddamn Canadian hooker. And here's the fact of the matter is that I was gone the entire time you were dominating. So to me, everything you've done doesn't mean
Buddy, it's not like they resorted to check out my
I
stuff
don't mean
because you
shit.
weren't
You wanna
around.
know why?
People
Because
just
I've been
forgot that you
gone this entire
existed.
time. And you want to know what's funny? RJS, this guy over here, who has been giving me disrespect, who now has respect for me. And I will say, RJS, I have much respect for you. And we're not going to continue talking shit about each other because now we have respect for each other. But let's just say this, and I think we can both agree. I
Oh
came
my
back
god,
after
the middle school mindset is crazy.
Oh, I do have an old school mindset. You want to know
I
why?
said middle school. Learn to listen, which
Oh,
is so hard for you to do.
we'll get
And
it.
buddy,
We'll elaborate more why you think that later. But
People.
All right, timeout. We're gonna take timeout. So I want to go with this. Aaron Blaze, I'm gonna give you. What do you want to say directly to anybody in BTW here right now? If you had anything to say to any of them, I'll let Comatose go and say something else to you. But anything else you want to say to the BTW roster?
Well, first off, I do plan on staying for the rest of this. Let's
Oh, you
make
do?
that clear.
Good.
Second of all, Comatose, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. People weren't checking me out for whatever years because you weren't around. People just forgot you existed. Number one. And in that time frame, hold on. The
Got the floor,
veterans
Aaron. You got
talking.
the floor. I'm giving you the floor. Go ahead.
I have become one of the fastest rising stars in all of backyard and underground wrestling, and I've done it as me, very young. It's not just about having fun, it's about breaking out, it's about wrestling, it's about being born to wrestle. And trust me, if we do wrestle, reality is going to set in pretty quick because you keep thinking I'm a kid, yet this kid has the ability to get the KO or get the 1, 2, 3, hell, to even tap you out. Better men have tried, and all of them have failed. And Comatose, you're not on my radar. It's not because I'm scared of you. I like your work. But at the end of the day, beating you doesn't make a statement in my debut. I want to see if a Blaze has enough fire to topple a beast. I want the biggest name. I want the biggest name, the biggest guy, the biggest wolf in the hen house, and he still can't blow me down. I want to see how swift can be.
Ooh, you want Swift. Jacob Frost is nowhere to be found after what
Yeah,
Swift
big
did to
man.
him.
Yeah, big man. I'm talking to you. You faced Jack Delta. I faced Jack Delta. People have their notions about you. People have their notions about me. So how about this? I don't care when. First match, Aaron Blaze versus Swift. The Beast versus the headline. And I trailblaze my way right through you.
Is that, wait a minute, your first match? You want your first match in BTW to be with the one and only
RTG, you are the powers that be. Book it. You think I
Just
can't hang? You can't.
all
You
I
think I
gotta
can't
say
hang in the
is
big
just be
leagues?
careful what you wish for, son. Just be careful what you wish for, because you might get it and you might not like what you get.
I don't dream anymore, mister. I live in reality, and the reality is I'll cut them down, and I don't care how big they are. And then we'll see. We'll see if Aaron Blaze can't hang in the big leagues when I mangle the beast. And then Comatose, after I'm done with him, then we can talk.
Ooh, Comatose. This is Comatose. You get the floor now. I'm letting you speak, Comatose.
Lovely. So I will say that is a wonderful first choice because that is a man that I tapped out first match. No disrespect to you, Beast, because you just beat me in our latest match. You are everything that you say you are. So I'm not even gonna come close to disrespecting Mr. Swift because he is I've been in the ring with Swift 3 times. And I will say, if that's what you want your first match to be, buddy, that's a lot to chew. That's a lot to bite off, you know? That is a lot.
Well,
But
I'm starving to make an impact, so let's go.
I'm
He'll
glad
have a long ride to Oregon, so he'll definitely be starving.
I'm glad
But-
that you're so starving.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yes,
But here's-
RTG, speak because I do have
I
a.
was just gonna say, I'm not surprised that he would want to take on the Beast, but I am kind of surprised that, usually the people want to come out and they want to take on like either RJS or BES first, not the Beast, but
Well, that's
you
the
want
funny
it,
thing, RTG.
you
I'm
want
not
it,
like
I'll book
everybody
it.
else.
Well, you know what? 2025 can't come soon enough. Aaron Blaze's first match in BTW against the one and only Beast Swift. Somebody tell me this isn't real. But guess what? It is real. We're live in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage here. But before, gentlemen, that we abruptly sign off soon, I have received another surprise here, and I don't know who I'm speaking with. Now, RTG.
Bring him in.
You sure, RTG? Because I feel bad for the BTW locker room. You guys, I just want to say, I just wanted to honor you guys, talk about memory lane, talk about Tay-Tay, talk about BTW talk.
We can still do that.
I kind of have a feeling I know who it is, and if I'm right, you put up a thing the other night where Maven was talking about some parsley herbs or whatever, a vegetable herb or something, So I'm guessing it's
there you go.
There he is. Yeah,
let me play my
the
game.
porn herb.
The porn.
What's up?
What does that
Obi-Wan?
mean? Is that this?
Well, you're a porn star and you're a herb. Okay, I'm gonna put you in my spaghetti when I make the spaghetti. All right.
RTG, this is a family show. This is a family show. We can't be talking about the big.
We're not talking about fletch right now. I mean, let's seriously.
BCJ Productions might want to talk to you, Parsley.
No.
What'd you say?
I said BCJ Productions might want to talk to you.
Think so. Do you have my number?
I'll give it to him. Another belt.
Well, I saw it's a popular trend here. Everyone looks so good with theirs that I thought I'd bring mine on.
We are joined by the man that defeated James Taylor and Soldier GP in the same night. I don't know if
Aaron, can you hear me? Aaron, can you hear me? Let's see your belt. Show us your championship. We're all showing off our championships. Go ahead and do yours.
Why don't you show off your friends, Parsley?
What does that mean?
You heard me. I didn't stutter. Why don't you show off your friends? Oh, that's right. Oh.
At this point in my career, I'd rather have a championship than a friend. I don't know.
You don't have any sinners anymore, and there's no foundation. I mean, so Aaron
call
is
me
saying,
crazy. I think Anthony Steele did God's work.
You're crazy.
He cleaned up his sins.
You're insane.
No, Aaron. He was saying things about you too. So I would just say Anthony Steele.
Oh no, they're best friends now. Aaron Blaze and Anthony Steele. Don't you know they're
I
the
didn't
new
get that vibe last night on Sportswire. I didn't get that vibe, but maybe I'm missing something these days. But Mr. Parsley, you are here, and what brings you to this occasion?
Well, I wanted to go ahead and tell him, congratulations on kicking off this season. Like, I think it's going to be a huge, huge deal. I want to say congrats to BTW Day.
Yes.
And to another Hall of Fame induction. And, God willing, I would love to be a part of this season still. I know it's not going to work out here at the start, but we're in talks still. So
good.
Management, keep in touch. Aaron Blaze, trailblazing, doing the headlining thing. Yep. This is your season, brother, man. This is about you, bro. You're gonna be doing big things, bigger things than you did in XCW, bigger things than you could do in IMF.
That's not a far stretch.
Well, bigger things than choking like you did at YBW. You're gonna do huge things, Aaron Blaze. I know it. I believe in you. And in a ring, I'm so excited for you. You're back in a ring, baby.
Well, Mr. Parsley has the most experience of anyone in the ring. Yes, I know that you have the most experience of anyone in the ring. Do you have any advice, Mr. Parsley, for some of these guys going into the ring for the first time, or maybe remind Mr. Blaze about returning to the ring? You want to give them any pointers, any tips?
Well,
I know Aaron wants all my advice, so I say hone your
I don't need your advice because I'm actually going to be there. So
your craft in the ring, and then one day you get something like this.
And you did defeat James Taylor and Soldier GP in the same night. I mean, I tell you what. I mean, regardless of how you were carried out of the building, you still did it. I mean,
yeah, you're right. The footnotes don't matter. Why do you always go to the footnotes, Tom? No one reads those.
I think the footnotes definitely matter when it kind of dislocated your jaw for a hot second, and then you turned and you fell on the floor like the bottom that you are. Yeah,
I wouldn't go that far. He's got the PWF championship.
I mean, he's always at the bottom of the barrel any other time. So
Well,
But hey, he's a
Well,
real
good luck
one,
this
right?
season. Okay, stop that. That's my thing. Stop that. Good luck this season, especially to you, Aaron Blaze. I know you need it. And like I said,
Don't worry,
own
I'm
the craft.
essential, Parsley.
You're essential.
Yeah, I'm essential. I'm the one essential.
Do you think you're the one? You think you're the one?
I know I'm the one.
Don't be afraid to pick up a microphone. That's step 2, right? Like, don't be afraid to talk. Swift, I'm looking at you, brother. And
he doesn't have to talk, Swift. He just does it in the ring.
He just got this intimidating presence, this menacing presence. So, and then step 3 would be, in front of fans. Like, doing it that way is totally different. So as you guys gradually progress, like, just bigger things are to come, and I hope nothing.
Well, it's
but the
baby
best for you
steps.
guys.
They're going to a ring.
Absolutely.
They're going to a ring.
You wanted my advice, and I'm seeing the bigger
That's
picture,
true.
and I can see where BTW is going. I mean, look how much they advanced just in one season, one off season.
Well,
Boom.
they earned
steps.
it. They earned it. I mean,
Aaron Blaze is going to Oregon, baby.
It's history. Aaron Blaze is going.
Broke the internet.
He broke the internet. I mean, Instagram and Facebook and TikTok will be loving this. And like
huge for wrestling, it's huge for the community. So
honestly, I will say it's really, if I could for a minute, it is great to have BTW here in the Hall of Fame, and I do believe and it's great to be able to talk about a company that really, I think, does get it, the professionalism, the class. I really think that people should check out BTW. I see a lot of people here tonight. And if you haven't yet followed BTW, it's BTW 8136 on YouTube. It's very simple. They have 3,100 plus subs, and they've got actually a match of theirs with 39,000 views. And I won't tell you what it is. You'll just have to look, and you'll see why. But you should really check out BTW for the talent, the way they run things, and it's great to see them go from. If I could, some people said, this company, they're trampoliners. Oh my God, they're trampoliners. They can't count them. To now, okay, they're in a ring. And now what? And then next year from now, they'll do something else and something else after that. So BTW, if you're here for the first time, maybe you watch some of the shows on sports, and maybe you've seen Comatose here and there. Maybe you've seen RTG and you thought it was funny. He and I went back and forth, but seriously, hit the sub button for them, 8136 on YouTube. I'm going to put the YouTube link up here for the chat so everybody can see it, because I like to really get people to go hit the sub button for everybody here. That's BTW 8136. Support these different companies we have here. Comatose, BYW's YouTube channel. Justin Parsley is a part of the IMF. Support them. Justin Parsley's also on the PWF YouTube channel. Aaron Blaze's YBW. And want to support our friends in the BCF3, go to their BCF Backyard Wrestling channel, and just support everybody. And I know some people. Let me get to some comments before we move
Everybody
on.
but Comatose. I agree. Everybody.
No,
but
I disagree about that. Leaf season's super nice in Oregon. In spring, it's all flowering. Great. Is Parsley 25 or 45 for Mama Comatose?
He looks 30.
Closer to 25.
I was gonna say he looks 30.
Comatose, Justin Parsley, Kyle Shelby, who I think is in training in RBW.
Which he was actually there, and I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt you, but I'm gonna give him credit, because I thought Shelby was full of shit, and I shouldn't have looked at it that way, because I know what that feels like. I saw him; he was training, he was busting his ass, and I look forward to sharing.
No, he is working. Let me tell you, Kyle Shelby, he's working. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in BTW one day. That I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, Kyle Shelby, show up. I see your little thing there. You want to take the titles off me? They're going to have to drag me out of that ring in a gurney in a body bag, because I'm not giving these titles
your
up.
age is finger poke you.
And Dominic,
I'll work you, boy.
Dominic is here, and he's saying that this is all. People need to watch what you did in your company toward him. That's what he just wants to remind people.
Well, of course, like other people who we're not going to talk about on this platform, he's riding my coattails to make a headline of his own, and it's pretty funny.
Well, we're going to find out. I mean, we're going to find out. I mean, definitely. And Kyle is definitely working hard, and I believe that RTG, you're going to live forever. Don't you worry. You're going to be in the ring for 30 more years. I got faith in you. Trust me. You're going to be here for a long time. Does anybody else want to say anything before we get ready to sign off here? I know a lot of people are wondering it's late. I heard Mama Comatose said it's late. I mean, anybody want to say anything here? They'd like to say something to the audience, or just in general. Anybody want to add something? Okay,
I just want to say, hey, you don't give me time, man. Just want to say I'm looking forward to this season. I'm looking forward to defending these belts. I'm looking forward to not retiring. And if any of these young bucks in here that I've already beaten or haven't beaten yet want to come and try and take these belts off me, good luck. And it's going to be the best season ever. Everybody subscribe, join, watch us, and get those views up on our videos.
Absolutely.
You're seeing the best wrestling in the West.
Oh, no question about that. It's some of the very best, period. You know, I continue to say it with you guys. I have been doing this a long time, and it's a joy to watch what you guys have done here in the trampoline. Now going into the ring, I've been in the chats for a lot of the last quarter of the season, and you're all a great group of people, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Aaron does in BTW. I know, obviously, we spoke about something yesterday on the stream about Justin. That kind of is the reason why he may not be here coming up now, but certainly later on in the year. I believe Justin will join us, and I think that's going to be another great moment. And I think to have Aaron and Justin here, two people that I think we all value for their in-ring abilities, I think that'll be a great boon. And we'll see about other people. I would hope that at the very least that seeing Aaron and Justin here, it would inspire other people to at the very least check out BTW, see what the guys have to offer, check out what the content. I mean, RJS has been killing it for 9 years. You know, Mikey D has joined us, Swift. I don't have to say anything about Swift. And Comatose is really the reason why we're here. I can't stress enough. If it wasn't for Comatose, we wouldn't be here. I know Aaron's getting mad, but Comatose was the one that said BT.
Oh, look, it did it for me too.
Everybody's doing the James Taylor thing. That was James Taylor started it. Aaron did it last week. You're doing it now. I mean, I'm
it's
sure
not the
somebody
James
else
Taylor. It's Aaron Blaze's aura just shining through.
did
That's
it
all
first.
it is.
James was doing it first.
Because the crown is heavy.
James had Aaron's aura.
I don't know what's heavier, that crown, that plastic crown,
No,
or that
he didn't.
raccoon you got on your
Plastic
head.
James is probably doing a
crown.
Stone Cold TikTok right now as we speak. But really, we want to thank Comatose for obviously connecting us, and I do always like to believe to be supporting of those. And yes, still a happy BTW
Aaron,
day.
you know what's heavier? These two belts around my shoulders. Oh wait, you don't got any, so you wouldn't know.
And that was Justin's line.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Belts. And
Yeah,
see,
Wow, that
Justin's
was
only got
real
one. I got
real.
two.
RJS has got the cat. You know, RJS is the most deadliest man in our circuit. You know, Aaron, I know you've talked about Swift, but just remember, RJS is waiting for you. And I saw what he and Comatose did. I saw what they did. RJS is waiting for you. He's chomping at the bit for you. Just saying.
I'll say this to his face, and I'll say it now. You remember when I was a fan of you, right, RJS?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, just like Delta and other people. After I show up, and if we step in the ring, you're going to wish I was still a fan. You're going to wish I was still a fan.
Okay.
Not that I'm going to end your career. I don't need to go that route. Maybe Comatose, because his existence is starting to piss me off. But with you, fans, I'm not just a regular fan. Fans can't wrestle classics and win championships. Fans don't travel the world and make moment after moment at a young age. The only person that's doing that to this degree is me. And you're going to wish I was still someone commenting in your feed. Mikey D, you're shaking your head no with your mic muted, and I don't even know who the hell you are. And bro, that forehead is crazy, bro. I could play a movie off that shit.
Your hairline is crazy.
I
That's
know
what that
you
is.
ain't trying to flame me.
That's the Omen Black guy. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's the guy with the beat, though. Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry,
that was the beat.
Not,
Yes,
not
correct.
the Omen Black guy.
The
Take
Omen
that. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, see,
Muted
that's
again.
why
Mikey
we had him mic'd.
I could make
Or
a
muted,
joke
I mean.
about
Same thing.
alarms being changed, but hey, if you got a problem like math, we can solve it too, buddy. Let me know.
So you're challenging me, right?
Your
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I didn't stutter. I know you are, but I didn't stutter. Yes.
Okay, so RTG, make this official. Me versus Aaron Blaze.
At some point this season, you got it. I
You
can't
know
tell
what?
you
Here
what
we
week,
go.
but
RTG is making matches. He's the matchmaker. He's always playing chess rather than checkers. He's the one that's always multiple steps ahead. And we're getting Mikey D and Aaron Blaze. Another dream match. Mikey D has been
And then I'm gonna
killing it.
smoke on that comatose pack too.
It's a dream match, yo.
Well,
yeah,
Comatose. I tell you what, Comatose. I'm telling you, he's on a mission to be the greatest in backyard history. Comatose. I saw what this man did with RJS. I saw what this man did with Jake Frost. I saw.
Did you see what I did with Dominic? Have you been seeing what I've been doing this
I
entire
watched. You've
year,
been here.
Tom?
You're a usual on Sportswire.
I'll tell you what. I
No,
can
no, no,
see
no,
the
no, no, no.
headline
I'm not.
now.
No, we're
Throw
talking
for-
matches, not.
Yes, I watched. I was in the chat yesterday. I
Okay,
watched.
I was gonna say. Yes, you
I
did, and I
watched.
appreciated
I
the
was in
view.
the chat. I was in the chat when you wrestled Delta. I watched you in another company I'm not going to mention, especially after a few hours ago when people would try to promote me to get to Rhino and that individual. We're going to see how you could keep that up, and we're going to certainly say to that individual.
This is news. We can talk about it after, but
Yeah, we'll talk about it after. Yeah, but
yeah, Comatose.
Facebook
Hey,
out, but,
buddy. You can even pick a stipulation.
Oh,
You
God.
can, yeah, you can have one hand tied behind my back, and guess what? I'll still take you on my shoulders
Hey,
and knee you in the jaw and
I
put
hate
your
to
lights out.
tell you, but RJS said the same thing, and he regretted it the first match.
I'm not RJS, and
Yeah,
that should
that's
fear
what
you.
they all say. But you just said you were a fan of him, so what the hell are you to me then?
What does that have to? What does
You
that
know what
have
I
to do with
mean?
the
You
other?
know what I mean? You just said you're a fan of him in his comments in the first match I had with him. He said, "Oh, pick a stipulation." Guess what? I did that. I beat him.
And
Okay.
Zilla wants
What
to
does
come on
being
the
a
show. I
fan
have
have
to
anything to
interrupt
do
this.
with it?
Zilla, if you want to come on today's stream, I will send you a link. Not just one particular, but for the New Year's Eve show.
Zilla's the
Yes.
one thing stopping me from cussing you out, Comatose. I hope
Zilla,
you
if
know.
wants to come on, yes, we could bring Zilla on.
bring her on.
No, not today. I
Hey,
think she
it's
moved
not
to
me
the New
that has
Year's
a
Eve
poster
show.
of
Hey,
RJS.
can
I'd love to have
RTG
her on
call us
now.
all young bucks again? Can he do that one more time? RTG, will you call us all the young guys again one more time for me?
Dude, don't call us young bucks.
You
They
young
suck.
bucks.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank you.
I'm old enough to
Thank
be
you, sir.
dad and grandpa to all of you. Okay.
And
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
sir.
say Young Bucks because honestly, here's the thing, Aaron Blaze, you're not that much older than me. It's not that impressive.
What do you? Didn't you
I
just
mean,
talk about how when you were doing this, I was 3, but yet you're
no,
saying that I'm not
your
that much older
career
than
was
you?
3. Your career was 3 years
Career
old.
was 3 years.
Your career, because
Mm.
you're 7 years in now, right? And I was gone
Correct.
for 4 years. So you want to talk about basic math with Mr. Mikey D over here?
Okay, my knee plus your head equals I'm better than you. How's that
And Mama
basic
Mama
math?
1 plus 2
Will
equals
the-
what?
And no, Abram Storm can come on for the New Year's Eve show. Yes, anybody's welcome for the New Year's Eve show, except one person who owned a company that shall name nameless. But yes,
Hey,
yeah, we're not
on a
gonna talk-
serious note, Aaron, what do you like from
He's talking about
McDonald's?
Pledge.
I know you're about to say something slick about, oh, because after you step into the BTW ring, I'm going to take your order and I'm going to shove it up your ass and blah, 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 blah. And you're going to say
No,
something
really. No,
Large
I
scope
really
for me,
wasn't. But
large scope
the
for me,
guy
large
next to you, you know, the guy you're making fun of and wanting to match with, Mickey D. You know,
Mickey
he
D's
owns
nuts. Ha, ha, ha. He's
McDonald's.
so funny.
He's going to have a stand up there, a food stand, and he's going to be serving. So I just want to know what you want so he can make sure he has it at his stand.
The only thing I'm serving is
That
a
was
bunch of
the
ass whoopings.
longest.
those are fighting words in my neighborhood. Those are fighting words. Mikey D said he's going to be serving ass whoopings. Oh, man, I can't wait. It's going to be a large ass whooping on a side with some BCF3 tables mixed in with a chair, maybe some thumbtacks, and maybe if you're lucky, you'll get maybe a Mick attack, the Mikey D Mick attack there, a McFlurry of attacks coming up from him. And yeah, you know what, Judas? Yeah, everybody want to say hello, wish everybody a happy new year. You're all invited. And triple threat
Shit,
match:
I wanna
Blaze versus
say.
Swift versus Justin Parsley. Triple threat.
What are you doing? Right now
Because
I'm
you beat
totally
you beat
successful with
James
triple
Taylor
threat.
and
Yeah,
Soldier
I've been on a
GP.
hot run with triple threats. I get it, but
Well,
what is she
but
doing
you know
trying to book me?
Well, because you beat James Taylor and Soldier GP, so theoretically, what she's
But
trying
Aaron
to say.
said they need to stay fans. He's right. The fans need to be fans. They don't all need to be deciding matches, managing in the ring.
I mean,
on
they can
Sportswire
request
streams.
matches. It's a matter of them getting into matches, Justin.
Oh,
Let's
that's
be
fine.
fair.
let's talk about
That's
dream
true
matches.
too.
She needs to present it that way,
Touche.
So in
All
other
right,
words,
well,
Gunshot should learn where he belongs.
well, he's killing it, but he's killing it right now in promo wrestling. I tell you what, he's doing a great job in promo wrestling. But
And
listen,
cuts the same promo. Congratulations, buddy.
well, you know what? He's doing it. He's definitely doing it from the back of the car. He knows that well too. But obviously,
I do it in the back of the car too.
well, we don't
we
want to
know.
do about Gunshot's version. But I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I know we're getting late here. So what I want to do is, first of all, thank you, Nicholas. If this is some good stuff, hit the sub button for BTW 8136. Hit the sub button for me at Sports. I'm going to be here at 10 o'clock Eastern time. We'll celebrate the new year. You want to come on, you want to talk, you want to say what's on your mind. Doesn't have to be wrestling. We'll talk about New Year's resolutions, some of your favorite memories, some of the things you're looking forward to. Please, we would love to have everybody here be in a good spirit. Dominic is welcome even. Yes, Dominic can come on here too. Dominic is invited. If you want to support BTW, it's BTW 8136 on YouTube. Do me a favor, hit the sub button for them. I would really encourage that you're about to see BTW in a new chapter. They're born to wrestle. They're going to be at the best era yet. They're also our newest company in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame in our last official segment. And what a great last several days on Sportswire. Rad Dad Radley Belmont from the GBYWN. Anthony Steele birthday celebration. BTW in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. James Taylor here to talk about his return to the ring. Sean Jovi on Christmas. It's been hit after hit on Sportswire Radio. Anthony Arias, the legendary Anthony Arias, was here on Sportswire Radio, speaking about his amazing Razor Rage run. I mean, we have had.
I love how you say his name, Tom. I'm sorry. It's Aries, not Arian.
Arius.
He's got the Razor Rage, but no, an amazing show we had with him. He's the Razor Rage. And
Tom, I love you.
Dominic was here last week. The amazing Dominic, what he did. I mean, we had some really great shows on Sportswire, and I can't thank enough everybody. And everybody from BTW, you want to come on, say a few words. New Year's Eve, I'll be here. You want me to be here all night? I'll be here all night. It's for you. It's for you, the people, and I thank you so much. And I do want to say this before we sign off. Rhino, I know you're going to be hearing this. I know that this is the only place that you should be coming. It's the only platform where figuratively and literally where you will be meeting some of your fans, some of your peers, the only one that you'll go to that'll have 20, 30, 40 people watching you live, the only place that will recognize your career, being number 10 in the PWI 500 in 2001, being the last real ECW world champion, being the first SmackDown Tag Team champion, being a TNA Hall of Famer, being a TNA world champion, being also in the PWI 500 top 40 one other time, in the top 50 another time, also being the guy that's currently a tag team champion, a world champion, a guy that's reinvented his career time and time again. And this is the only place that I'm going to say it, that you want to feel a platform in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, and an introduction like mine. I guarantee you've never got an introduction like mine. I guarantee you'll never get an interview like mine. I guarantee if you like what you see tonight, I think the chat does, and check my Facebook post. Check what people are saying. Even check some comments. I can assure you, you'll see the truth and nothing but the truth. But I think you can handle the truth. You can handle coming on Sportswire Radio. I hope you come here. We'll definitely make sure you hear this later on Instagram. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in for BTW. And yes, I'm not forgetting you, Abram. And definitely, I'm not forgetting anybody here. I promise you, I'm never going to forget anybody. And I got your back. I got everybody's back. You got mine. I'm going to make sure I'll fight like hell, tooth and nail. And yes, we love Kyle Shelby. If you're nervous, then don't come on. But yeah, I'll be streaming. I'm here every day. The people want me here every day. So I'll be here. Zilla, you don't have to come on. You want to be in the chat, that's fine. Everybody else, you're welcome. We're here, though, to induct BTW in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. We're joined by a slew of their great roster members, including the Beast Swift, the man that basically has ended Jacob Frost's career in the yard. We thank Jacob Frost, who was also a big part of this season of Sports by Radio. Mikey D of the BCF3, definitely. I'm not talking about Big Mac jokes with him because I don't eat Big Macs. RJS, the man that has done it all, and I think he'll do even better things. Just wait to what he does. RTG, three-time Hall of Famer. Comatose, the GOAT of BYW, some would say this year, maybe currently in history. He is a BYW Interpromotional Champion, 3 championships he held at once. Justin Parsley, the hall monitor of Sportswire Radio, the man that I guess maybe you are in a Hall of Fame again. I don't know if it's 7 or 8 times at this point, or we'll see technicalities, but he is the hall monitor of Sportswire Radio. He pinned James Taylor and sold the GP at the same time, but I don't know if he walked out of that building there in Iowa on his own 2 feet, but hey, you won. You beat 2 guys at the same time. And of course, Aaron Blaze, the legendary Aaron Blaze, now 3-time Sportswire Radio Hall of Famer. REW once his own, and now as a part of BTW, 4 times, right? 4 times?
I think it's 4.
What was it? What was it? REW, you, and BTW. I got 3.
You put me.
I think for the match with Delta, right? We put you in for the match with Delta, right? We put you in for the match in the Hall of Fame.
I
think
don't know actually, but I'll look back at my resume.
Hall of Famer. Thank you, Aaron. We'll check it. You have the certificate.
We'll fact check it.
We'll fact check it. Somebody in the chat, I think Abram Storm will, Zilla will, so somebody will fact check me. But thank you, everybody. I know it's late, but I'll be here around 10 o'clock Eastern time. Happy New Year. If you're not here, if you are here, I look forward to seeing you in the chat. And guys, thank you for all you do. The best is yet to come. I can't wait to see you guys in 2025. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number 1 global radio station, that is Sportswire Radio, where all go follow BTW. They're born to wrestle. See you later.